grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Life. So, talking about the chillins, becoming a child again. Well, think about this. A child draws a picture. Now, to you, the adult, you know in your heart that the picture isn't very artistic. It's not very accurate. The dimensions are off, and the coloring is outside of the lines, and all. You notice all the imperfections. But when you talk to that child, what do you say? Do you tell them about all the imperfections? Why is the child showing you the picture when they got done? Did they draw that picture and think that it was hideous and then ran to you with all that joy in their heart? Saying, look, Daddy, look, Mommy. With all that enthusiasm? Are they doing that because they think it's terrible? So this is interesting. A kid draws a picture that's actually terrible, but they think it's beautiful. And they go to you to reaffirm to them that it is indeed beautiful. Correct? And you encourage your child. Oh, that's so good. You did that all by yourself? Wow, look at all the colors. Look at this. Look how you did that. Who is that? Is that supposed to be me? You talk to them about it and you express your enthusiasm and joy just as they do. Now, some parents are critical. The child runs up, look, Mommy, look what I did. It's awful. When you do it right, then show it to me. That's the child. Oh, well, okay. All right then. So, the truth. Look at this, isn't it interesting what we're discussing here? The child thought what they thought about it, and that was the truth to them. But to the world, there was another truth. And when that truth hit, the enthusiasm left, the joy left. So now we have to discover which one is indeed the truth. Correct? Can't be two. It can only be one. So is it the child drew an awful picture but thought it was great? Or is it the child drew a great picture and was told that it was awful? Well, see, the only thing that matters at the end of the day is what you thought when you drew it, child. When you drew it, you thought it was good. Like God said. He drew it and said, it's good. Genesis. Now somebody else came along and said, well, according to our standards, see, the world, see, according to our standards of beauty, that thing is terrible. Now I want you to be like the world, see, Dana. Now we're getting some idea about those two parents there. I want you to be like the world. So you need to do this right according to the standards of beauty. And they do that with them, their art, their pictures, their schoolwork, their jobs, their clothing, their haircut, their body. They critique the child the whole time. Well, what are they doing that according to what standard, the world? The child had their own standard. My standard allows for grace. Don't you hear the difference? That's why the child colored out the lines and they didn't rip it up. They went and showed their parent anyway and said, look, I'm so proud of what I did. You see that? Because look, you have to know that your child will indeed discover on their own what is acceptable work and what isn't. They'll know. They'll know. And let each man be persuaded in his own heart what is acceptable to him. Y'all read that in the scriptures, but y'all deny it. You deny individuality of the body. Well, if the eyes are doing what the mouth does, we got a problem, Houston. If the mouth is doing what the eyes do, we have a problem. Yes, they parts of the body, but they got to do a different work, don't they? And if they do their perfect work perfectly, then all the body will be sound. See? Shalom. The whole body will be. We don't want any schism in the body. Look at your Bible and see if that word's in there. We don't want no schism. We don't want to be a limp. Because one of the part of the body is defective. We don't want that. Well, that's what happens when you try to copy another part of the body because you think it's sweet. In other words, you drew your picture. Your parent was like, well, how about Carlos's picture over there? That's the really good one. They put his on the refrigerator. They threw yours in the garbage. You were like, well, next time I'll draw it like Carlos did. See? You forgot about every damn body because Carlos got praised, which is actually all you wanted. See? Remember Cain and Abel and read that and get down up in your noggin there good. So that you can always remember that. The two kids there. If you do good, won't you get praised? Well, you praised him. You didn't praise me for what I did. Well, if you do good, then I'll praise you. Well, my picture wasn't good is what you're saying? You know it isn't good is what I'm saying. Oh, my goodness. Can y'all hear that bit of wisdom right there? Now, that's a different kind of situation. And we're going to talk about that right here. If you have a child, thank you, Albert, and they draw a picture. And when they're little, they draw a picture, and it's, you know, like it should be, as a kid would draw it. Stick figure and shit. A little sun up there. A house. You know how kids draw. Well, you look at it and you praise your child for, oh, it's so good, this is perfect. You put it up there on the refrigerator and shit. Okay. Now, you saw your child drawing secretly one day and you saw them draw a damn masterpiece. You were like, damn, they got skills like a mug. Okay, you say, but you don't let them know you saw them. See, you saw them in secret. Now, does it say that about God? Alrighty then. So then, you go, hey, son, can you draw me another one of those pictures to hang up on the refrigerator? I sure would love that. He goes, yeah, sure. Make this a special one for me. Y'all hear that? He goes, okay, I will. And he draws a little flaky just throws it together. Now you know what he's capable of, see? That means you know he knows. He's just lazy. He just didn't want to. He just didn't reverence you for whatever reason. See? So he drew a little skimpy little picture and threw it up there. Now, your other kid who don't have no skills with drawing, you saw him secretly. He tried. You saw him burning the midnight oil, trying to draw and shit, breaking the lid on the pencil and shit, trying to draw, getting frustrated. And that's the best he could do. It wasn't very good. But when he put that not very good picture up there on the table, the other kid put his little half thrown together picture up there. You said, I love this one. Not his. The one that throw it together, not him. He goes, wait a minute, my shit's still better than his. See that, y'all? You like, yeah, but you know you could have did way better than that. This is going to be your best. I told you make it specially for me. A sacrifice. Sacrifice means you got to give something up. Come on now. Sacrifice. So your brother there burnt the midnight oil, broke all kind of pencils, used all kind of different materials and pastels and shit to try to get his picture right. And it's the best he could do. So I accepted his effort. You didn't even put no effort into your shit. Uh-oh, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all hear that? So the wicked are estranged from the womb, going astray as soon as they be born. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm just letting you, little flock, know that those kinds exist. You see? So they're looking at you. Y'all call them gang stalkers. I mean, that's what y'all say they are. They're watching you, seeing what your sacrifice is that day. Okay, so if somebody's watching me, they're like, okay, that guy's pacing back and forth under the parking structure there. Pacing back and forth talking about the Father. Talking about His Word. He's sacrificing what he could be doing. Which, what was I doing just a minute ago? I was laying there chilling. Laying down. Watching my friend play a video game. I'm just sitting there chilling. And I said, hold on, I'll be right back. They said, what you about to do? I said, I'll be right back. I got to go drop a video. I said, okay. And I got up and slipped some flip-flops on my feet. Stepped on outside here. And here we go. See how that's going? I could have said, nah, you know what? I'll remember what you're telling me right now, Father. I'll remember it. I'm good. So I'll remember. I'll tell them later when I don't feel like just chilling here with my friend. I'll just get up now and just do something else. I mean, I'll sit here now and just chill, but I'll drop that tomorrow. Well, that ain't a good, proper sacrifice, bro. You see how it working? That's not a good, proper sacrifice. Not at all. So, we know the wicked children. We ain't talking about them. I'm just pointing them out, you see, so you can see them. But we're talking about y'all, the children of the house, the children of light. You see how there's a distinction that's made there in the scripture? We are not children of darkness, but we are children of the light. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you out of darkness into his marvelous light. The people groped around in darkness, a light hath shone unto them. Come on now. Come on now. You see? And that's all it is. A distinction between the two groups. Oh, yep, you're children of your father. That's what he said. So we're going to do the same thing. So now that we know the group that we are part of, what should we do? Well, we just read it right there. I mean, we just broke it down right there. We just broke it down. The kid was doing everything that he could to do the right thing, to make it right. And he did the best that he could. And he offered it. I think this is good. I think this look good, said the innocent little kid. The stick figure. Cain looked at the stick figure. He was like, all right then. Now this dude can draw the baddest picture you've ever seen. But instead he just drew kind of a half-assed little picture because it's better than the stick figure. Well, you just want to be better than your brother? That's your sacrifice? See how the gang stalkers do? Hey, you're doing wrong. Hey, you're breaking the law. Hey, what you doing? Didn't the Pharisees gang stalk Christ? Hey, what you eating the corn for? Hey, what you healing the man on the Sabbath for? Hey, what you doing out there talking to those people? Hey, what you doing? Tell them to calm down. This happened. Told you. Now, if you doing that all day, how you doing what you supposed to be doing? Okay, you got some sin? Uh-oh, you can't throw no stones then, can you? They found out they couldn't. So then can't nobody throw stones at you. That's the point of that. So they can't tell you your work is messed up. How in the hell can they? Y'all hear this today, Israel, little children. Do y'all hear it? They can't tell you your work is good or bad. How the hell can they grade you? They're wicked and estranged from the womb. Going astray as soon as they be born. So how the hell can you tell me something straight if your ass didn't went astray? He said, my sheep hear my voice. So there's only one voice that us sheep listen to, isn't there? Y'all think that's stupid of sheep because you are haters. So you try to make fun of us for being that way. Look at them, sheeple. Whatever their master says they do. That's right, because he keep me safe. Now what about your master? Everything he tells you to do, you do. But is he going to keep you safe? Does he love you? Does he protect you? Does he provide for you? That's all there is to it. I told you, the world is being condemned because they reject Christ. It's not for any works that they've done. If you're not saved by works, you're not condemned by works. You're condemned because of faithlessness. That's all it is. Because you're saved because of faithfulness. Come on now. Come on now. What does it say? Reaction. Every action has an opposite and equal reaction. You feel me? You have to have faith. So if you don't have faith, then okay. See, the opposite gonna happen. That's all it is. Opposite and equal. So if I have faith, I get this glory right here. That's it. Faith where? In Christ. What he said. What he say? Take no thought. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about your paper. You drew a stick figure. That's what you could draw. The hell is wrong with you? If I put a pencil in your hand, you may draw a masterpiece. If I put the pencil in your mouth, you can't even do a stick figure. If I put it between your toes, who knows? If I put it in your nose, well, y'all follow me. Different parts of the body got different gifts. That's all there is to it. And when you find out what your gift is, it may shock you. And then you'll see your own Jew. Because all of y'all got one. You'll see him. You'll see him. The moment you see your gift, here he comes to start to judge you about it. It's not good enough. No, don't put that out there. It's not good. No, don't put that out there because you said that word instead of that word. You stumbled over that word. Don't do it. Nope. How do we know that's happening to us? Because it happened to Moses. I don't speak well. So if God was telling you to talk, which is what he was telling Moses to do, Moses, say this. Well, if it involves talking, I can't do that. How are you telling me? Did not make your mouth? Same thing like you. This picture, I know it ain't good, Dad, here, but here it is. How you know it ain't good? Cause I saw his. That's all it is. Because when a kid drew a picture, he didn't see no other kids' pictures yet. He was at home with you, and all he heard was your praise about it, so he thought it was good. He wasn't tainted with the world telling him, no, when you draw a picture, you must use this graph here and draw that first, and then put that like that here, and make the symmetry like this here, and do it like that, because Van Gogh said this, and then Leonardo said that there, and Da Vinci did this, so then we're going to do it like that, because Van Gogh said to do it like this, and blah, 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 blah. People do that with the scriptures all the time. You see it all the time. That's when you know you're dealing with adults. You start to break down the scriptures with the spirit, and they start going, well, according here, you need to be using hermeneutics. When I was in theological seminary, this is the way they taught us to learn. And then according to the old Greek theologians here, they Tasmanian damn devil spinning around slobbering. I can't understand shit you're saying. Kids, babies don't understand adults. Adults sound like this to babies. That's how they sound. So the baby be like, that's all I hear from you. You're like, I'm using proper sentences. Why is he saying ooh, 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 gaga? That's what he hears. That's what he hears. A bunch of gibberish. Just like that's what you hear. Y'all hearing the same thing. So why you mad at him, but he can't be mad at you when you talk? He can't never get frustrated at you when you saying, I'm just trying to see what's wrong with you. Why are you crying? He's like, because your stank ass breath. But he can't express that to you because you can't understand him and he can't understand you. See? So you got to be patient and give it time until y'all are able to commune with one another. You see that there? So like I said in the last video, your identity of yourself is different when you're a child. You run around naked, you don't know you're naked until somebody reveals that to you. And when they reveal it as evil, see? So you cover it up. Ain't that what Adam and Eve did? No, that's not what they did, grandson. Okay. But they did. They put on them fig leaves, didn't they? Yep. What you got fig leaves on if you ain't covering up something? Yeah. You wasn't covering it up before, was you? Okay, now you covered yourself up, adult that's listening to me talk. What about your baby? Do they? See how simple it is? Take no thought of what you should eat or drink. Now, what about your baby? They start getting a little older. They start learning. They start going, I'm hungry. You're like, here. But you don't know. You don't have that same identity you have when you become an adult. Where the error starts to come in. The judgment starts to come in. If there were no world, there would be no judgment on you. Because guess what? There is no, I got to say it good and clear because I don't think people will be hearing it. There is no condemnation to those which are in Christ. I said something heavy there. I said if there was no world, there'd be no judgment. Christ said, my kingdom is not of this world. So that world I'm telling you about, isn't that the place that's going to get judged? Yep. Isn't that why there is judgment? Because they reject Christ? That's what the condemnation is. So if you accept Christ, can you be condemned? So you're going to stand there at the end and saying, all I had to do was accept Christ all along. Here I am working on this painting. I've been working on my whole life to get it perfect. Working and working and working to get it perfect before I can present it. Because I'm scared of these worldly people who will tell me it ain't good enough. Well, if you slay that little dude inside yourself, I'll say it again. You said those people are judging me. If you slay that dude inside yourself, that's right. Ego, the ego mind, when you say kill it, you think that means you're going to kill it, put it down in there, and you're going to like watch it like fade away from your life. No. It's going to be married. It's going to be absorbed, just like a wife does to her husband. A wife is ego, baby. Don't get offended when I say that. It is true. A woman is ego. She got that body. She's stepping out there like, look at me. What is more egotistical than look at me? Okay, what are those women doing in the world you see on IG? On TikTok? With the yoga pants where you can see the camel toe up the middle. Isn't that look at me? What else does she have besides look at me? Oh, my goodness. Okay, that's ego. So your wife is in that state until she is absorbed, guys, to that woman. That woman with the camel toe saying, look at me on OnlyFans. That woman got to die. How is she going to die? Through marriage. Y'all don't hear me though. She's going to die through marriage. Isn't that what happens when you get married? Let's see. Linda Johnson married Brad Jackson. So her name is now Linda Jackson. Well, what happened to Linda Johnson? Where's she at? She dead. Christ said, leave your father and mother, cleave unto your wife, and you become one flesh. There we go. Now you say, how is that woman going to die and get absorbed? Remember I told you, Hosea, read it. Yep, that woman, take a wife of whoredoms. Yeah, you see there? Ego. Look at me, look at me. Lovers, chase me, chase me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All that fun didn't ran out. Hot girl summer didn't ran out. She didn't hit the wall. Now she's running back to her husband and saying, it's better off with me with you than it was out there in the world. That's what you read in Hosea. And he redeems her back. In other words, she dies to that old woman and comes back into righteousness. That old woman dead. Well, see, there you have it. There you have it. Same thing with you. Watch this. You're the whore. Didn't God say you were one? Israel, you have committed whoredoms. So I ain't got to. I'm just reminding you that's what he said. So then you the whore. What happened? What did you have to do? Did you have to die? Did you get absorbed? Did you get absorbed by a husband? And is that husband Christ? We die daily, just like the wife does. She may have little parts that want to go back, just like you do. See? I want to get looked at again. That's all it is. I want to get seen again by the world. That's not my kingdom, baby. Right thought gonna keep you at home. Hear my word, eat my word, drink my word. Become one with me. Be married to me. Become one flesh with me. And I be in you, and you be in me, and we be one in the Father. Christ says, I go to prepare a place, that where I am, there you may be. A husband goes to prepare a place. In our culture, we know what that means. Father, a man says, ooh, girl, you look good. You're beautiful on the inside. And, oh, this is wonderful. Phew, boy. Let me take you and make you my wife. Let me go prepare a place for you. I'll be back. You be ready when I come back. Don't be out there running around for nobody else, because you for me. That's what Christ did. So right now, you just innocently waiting for him. You're not caught in any of this lie. You're not. You're too busy drawing a son with a house, with a wife and a father and a child up in there, like kids do. You ever wonder why they draw that? I've seen it myself. I've watched them do it. That's me. Yeah, that's you, Daddy. That's Mommy. Yep, that's mommy. That's you right there. I know that's you. Yep, that's me. That's my brother. That's my sister. You see them do it. Comes out their heart. Comes out their heart. It's beautiful enough for the ones they love when they draw it. But of course the world condemns it and calls it not good enough. But you're not of that world, my child. You're not of that world of competition, where you go back and forth with worldly people about what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's not good. You're not a part of that world. You're part of the world of truth, where we know what we are before we open that door and step outside in the morning. Before we go about our daily tasks, we have died to the false life, to the ego that we used to live. And we've made it a part of our king. Our individuality is a part of our egos. That's why I said, it doesn't cease to exist. It becomes a part of the body. That woman, when she's married, she doesn't cease to exist. She's right there. But she's not the same anymore. She has a head now. Christ is the head of the body. Listen, church. Listen. Christ is the head of the body. We are all fitly joined together. Joints. Connected. Easy. Silawam Esra'Allah.